Welcome to Manna Home Design, where we explore beautifully designed homes and smart small space living, especially inspiring New York City apartments with real character and personal style. A brilliant vintage-filled Brooklyn loft. Small New York City apartment tour. This brilliant Brooklyn loft proves that a small New York City apartment can feel warm, curated, and incredibly livable, using vintage decor, smart design choices, and a layout that truly makes every inch count. In today's video, we're taking you inside a brilliant vintage-filled Brooklyn loft for a full small New York City apartment tour. This Brooklyn Williamsburg apartment blends vintage home decor, mid-century modern furniture, and thoughtful small space interior design to create a home that feels collected, personal, and never overdone. From the entryway and dining area to the kitchen, living room, bathroom, and primary bedroom, this New York City loft apartment shows how mixing materials, layering lighting, and choosing meaningful pieces can transform small apartment living into something truly special. So if you love Brooklyn apartment tours, New York City loft design, and vintage-filled small spaces, you're in the right place. Let's take a look around. Before we start, if you love Brooklyn apartment tours, small New York City spaces, and vintage interior design, hit subscribe and join us for more beautifully curated homes. Entryway and dining. Welcome into this small Brooklyn Williamsburg loft apartment, where vintage home decor meets smart small space design. Right from the entryway, this new YPRK City apartment sets the tone with a collected, lived-in look, high ceilings, warm neutral colors, and a curated mix of mid-century modern furniture and vintage finds that instantly feel personal and intentional. This open entryway and dining area is a perfect example of small apartment living done right. The handmade dining table, mid-century chairs, and a 1960s walnut cabinet double as storage, proof that in a New York apartment, every piece needs to work hard while still looking beautiful. Mixed wood tones, layered lighting, and vintage decor create a cozy yet elevated vibe that feels collected over time. This Brooklyn loft design shows how small spaces can still feel warm, functional, and full of character without ever feeling cluttered. Kitchen. This small New York apartment kitchen is seamlessly connected to the rest of the Brooklyn loft, proving that even compact kitchens can feel stylish and intentional. Warm white surfaces, vintage accessories, and open shelving turn a functional space into a design moment. Collected ceramics, a French vintage carafe, and subtle unexpected red accents add personality while keeping the palette calm. In small space interior design, it's these thoughtful details that make a kitchen feel like part of the home, not just a utility zone. lighting, from overhead to soft table lamps, creates a cozy, atmospheric feel that's perfect for New York City apartment living. This kitchen shows how smart storage, vintage styling, and warm lighting can elevate even the smallest space. Bathroom. This very small New York City apartment bathroom proves that size doesn't limit great design. Soft, warm white walls and brass fixtures instantly make the space feel brighter, calmer, and more open inside this Brooklyn loft apartment. A ceiling-mounted curtain track with real fabric curtains adds an elevated, hotel-like feel, one of the best small bathroom ideas for apartment living. It's functional, stylish, and perfect for maximizing visual space in a compact layout. With minimal decor, vintage-inspired details, and soft ambient lighting, this bathroom feels serene rather than cramped. It's a great example of how small space interior design can prioritize comfort, function, and calm. Living room. This is the heart of the Brooklyn Williamsburg loft, the living room. High ceilings, north-facing light, and an oversized low-profile sofa create a space that feels both grand and cozy, which is rare in a small New York City apartment. Mid-century furniture, a marble and chrome coffee table, and large abstract wall art help balance scale in this loft living room. Low furniture grounds the space, while tall art and curtains embrace the vertical height. Layered lighting, vintage decor, and collected objects make this room feel warm and lived in. This is small apartment living at its best, comfortable, stylish, and designed for real life, not just aesthetics. Living room vignette. This vintage vignette corner is where personality really shines in this Brooklyn loft apartment. A postmodern desk, textured surfaces, and mixed metals create visual interest without overwhelming the small space. Framed vintage art, stacked coffee table books, and iron shelving tell a story, one of collected design and thoughtful curation. These small decor moments are what make a New York apartment feel truly personal. Warm ambient lighting pulls everything together, proving that small space styling is all about balance. This corner shows how contrast, texture, and vintage finds can elevate even the smallest areas. Primary bedroom. The primary bedroom continues the calm, collected feel of the Brooklyn loft. Soft blue walls, high ceilings, and natural light create a serene retreat within this small New York City apartment. Mid-century walnut nightstands, bronze wall sconces, and a large abstract painting anchor the space. Thoughtful color accents and vintage elements add warmth without disrupting the peaceful mood. This bedroom proves that small apartment bedrooms can still feel luxurious. By focusing on texture, art, and proportion, the space feels restful, elevated, and deeply personal. Bedroom detail. Zooming in on the details, this bedroom vignette highlights the beauty of vintage styling in a small Brooklyn apartment. A curved walnut nightstand and sculptural mirror add softness and flow. Ceramic decor, stacked art books, and bronze lighting bring warmth and depth. These small design choices are key in creating a layered, collected look in compact spaces. This This close-up shows how texture and material do the heavy lifting in small space interior design. Every object feels intentional, personal, and timeless. Whole apartment. This wide view captures the essence of the entire Brooklyn Williamsburg loft apartment. An open layout, high ceilings, and vintage furniture define this beautifully curated New York City home. Mixed woods, layered lighting, and subtle unexpected red accents create cohesion across the space. Every area flows naturally while still feeling distinct and purposeful. This apartment proves that small space living can still feel warm, stylish, and deeply personal. It's a masterclass in collected interior design for modern New York apartment living. If you enjoyed this Brooklyn Loft apartment tour, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more small New York City apartment inspiration every week.